Hey, hey, y'all. It's Michelle. Did you forget who I was? Come on in. I'm just gonna bring y'all up, so give me a couple seconds. Or a few seconds. There we go. I gotcha. Good morning, good morning. Have you missed me? I've missed y'all too. I have. But y'all, my internet has been going in and out for days now. So I just, it was just so frustrating. But I am back. Hopefully it hasn't gone out yet today. So hopefully we'll be good to go, because I've been dying to do this eagle wreath, y'all. So let's do it. So this is the eagle. Is it not amazing? I love it. This I did get from Amazon, and I will share the link after the live. Okay. We are going to do it on the oval board. Thanks for floating my boat. I appreciate it. And we are going to do the 2-petal. So we're doing the sunflower with the Dean Michael over it. And we're going to do this a little bit different, because I really just want the base to be a base. So, you know, when you look at a picture and the background is just kind of a solid color, even though I'm not going to do it a solid color, I'm still going to do it the red, white, and blue, but I'm not adding ribbon. I'm not adding bows. I am going to keep this eagle the star of the show. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm also, because, let me bring y'all down so you can see what I'm talking about. Good morning, y'all. So, because this 1 petal covers up that whole frame, I am only going to use the outside row. Okay? So, I'm going to show you how I'm setting up the board. Good morning, good morning. So, I am only using the outside set. Now, if you want to use all of the holes, you can, for sure. But with this petal, there's really no need, and you'd just be wasting a lot of poly burlap. You know, you can do this with decomesh as well, but I wanted a good base, good color saturation. So that's why I am opting to do it this way. Okay. Now, when I first initially laid out the board, I did count on 1 petal per zip tie, but I changed my mind, and I was like, that's a lot of poly burlap. That's a lot of money. So let's not do that. Let's come up with a way that we can still get an amazing wreath without putting a bunch of money in it, because let's face it, the eagle is already $21, right? So we don't need to, or I don't need to put a lot of money into a base and just make it even more expensive. Does that make sense? So this is how I'm choosing to do that, because this wreath is still going to be expensive just based on that eagle. Okay, so I am just setting up. I didn't forget to load my holes, y'all. I saved it for y'all so y'all could see how I'm doing it. And some of y'all have never seen these boards before, I'm sure. So This may be your first time seeing them, and you may not know how to load a board, right? Okay, so for this petal, we are going to go ahead and close it. So, numbers, the blues, you are going to need 5 whole petals and 5 half petals. For the white, you're going to need 8 whole petals and 8 half petals. For the red, you're going to need 7 whole petals and 7 half petals. Good morning, good morning. Just close these the rest of the way. I missed y'all. Okay, now depending on the petal you're using, you can leave these open or closed. So if you're doing ruffles or something like that, then you can leave these open. But with this petal, we are going to close them. Okay, so I have laid out the board. Right here is the top of our board. So I've got the blue going halfway and up. Now I'm stopping here because the blue will go over, lay over this. So I don't want to put a blue here and have it lay over. So I always stop one ahead of where I want it to be. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll just start with the blue. And I'll show you how I did the petal. Now, I did heat seal these. I always heat seal poly burlap. Oh, I missed y'all too. I'm gonna get our little elastics and a clip. Okay, 10 by 10, curve side down. Serged edge, upper left, bottom right, scrunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, flip it. The left petal is going over the right petal. That way our serged edge is always on top. Okay. Now I'm just going to clip it. For a swag, I've used the triangle board for a swag. Turn it upside down. Okay, now these are our half petals. I have showed y'all quite a few times. I would burn these 10 by 10 and then cut them in half. Okay, we're going to find our middle, scrunch it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then open that up. And we're going to put this petal on top of this petal. Just like we did the back, the blue cross. And then wrap it. Just like that. Last night was fun. Oh my God. Crazy. All right. So I have already marked where our blues are going. So here to here. Here's the halfway mark for the oval board. So this is where our blues are going to end. Oh, thanks, Sharon. Okay. Now we're just going to start sticking these in. I saved one petal for each color. So I do have 2 more petals, so if you missed it, I will be making 2 more, so never fear. Okay, and just laying it right down. just like that. And I will go back through. I'm not going to mess with the petals too much. Remember, the more you mess with them, the more it has a chance to fray. So don't mess with them too much. So I will go back through once I get all of them done and fix our petals if we need to fix them. Okay. So let's grab all of our blues. Michelle, don't you have? Yep, it's on my YouTube channel. I haven't done one in a while, so you'll have to scroll down through and try to find it. Good morning, good morning. So like I said, for the blue, you're going to need 10. I'm sorry, you're going to need 5 petals and 5 half petals. Good morning, y'all. And because we're, you know, kind of leaving them all one color like this, it's really, you're not going to really be able to tell whether your petals are sitting right. So don't get OCD like me. It doesn't matter with this one. Now, if we had, you know, the like the blue on the bottom and white on top, you would definitely be able to tell if one was out of place. Okay, so see how just using the outside row, it covers the whole entire board. To clip, it's a zip tie gun, so it tightens and cuts your zip ties all at once. It's amazing. All right, so blue, white. Oh, if you look at a flag, you have your blue. White is always the first stripe under the flag. So I will always put the white right under. Oh, really, Bobby? So we're going to go to the white. You're welcome. I'm just trying to make sure that that's cupped. I want it cupped. All right, let me show you how to do a white petal. Ten by 10. Curl side down. Scrunch one corner to the other. Y'all know I'm a counter, so I always scrunch 6 times with this one. This is poly burlap, and yes, I always heat seal poly burlap. Okay, pinch it. Grab our white, which is half of a full. Find your middle, pinch it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Grab it. Go underneath and separate that petal. And it goes right on top of that one. just like that. All right, now we're going to do a red. And yes, you can still get frays. It's okay. Just clip them, don't pull them. My horrible scissors that I really just need to throw away. Holy man, there we go. It is easy, I promise you. Now here's where you're going to start seeing whether the petals are lined up. So see how that the white and the red, you can definitely tell if your petals are off, but we will fix it if they are. Red seems to be the worst at fraying lately. Oh, I found another pair. Oh, yeah. Oh, much better. Mo better. You might have to go back and watch the beginning, or I'll try to show you after we're done, the back of the board. But I explained how many pieces. I've already covered up the numbers, so I don't remember. I apologize. But you could even just do something like this and be done. You don't even need to really add anything else to this. If I was going to leave it just like this, I would add stars to the blue. But that might be just about it, actually. Oh, that zip tie broke. It's okay. We will grab another. Oh, I love anything red, white, and blue, for sure. You tell him I said thank you. Now we're going around that curve, so it just a little bit, but I'll fix it. So hey, what's a good series to watch on HBO, y'all? Oh, another one. I'm already done, almost done with Game of Thrones. So I need another good series on HBO. I am feeling better. Thank you so much. Sarah's had clearance at Michael's a few days ago, and it was awesome. It really... Oh, really? Well, I've got good scissors, but they're in the other room. And Sherry, I didn't forget about you, girlfriend. I will try to do yours live tomorrow. Feeling better. Last week just wiped me out with everything going on, and then my internet going off for hours at a time. I was just fit to be tied, y'all. Because y'all know, most of y'all know how I am about getting things shipped out, and when I can't, I'm not a happy camper. Yeah, what's the big deal with 22222? Is that just because of the numbers? Does that mean I get to eat 22 tacos today? Because today is Taco Tuesday. Yeah, that's what happened. My internet has been going off for hours at a time, and I didn't want to be live and have it go out because that would frustrate me to no end. And today is actually the first day it hasn't gone out at all. Knock on wood. So that's why I was like, let me try to do a live. I miss my peeps. But when you don't have internet, I mean, it's horrible how much we rely on it. I mean, it's horrible and good. I mean, I couldn't have a business, obviously, without the internet. But when it goes out, you're like, oh, there's got to be a way I can still run a business without it, but there's not. I need y'all too. All right, we are almost done with the base. Now, like I said, I am not doing anything else to this base. I am going to leave it as is because I want that eagle to stand out. I don't want to cover it in any way, take away from it in any way, cause any other distractions. And I kind of do the same thing with, like any military signs or, religious signs. I want that sign to speak for itself. So, that's what we're doing. So, let me make the last red petal. See, you know how that when I do these on the small boards, it's a bundt cake? Well, this one's so big, it's like a king cake. All right, wood burned, 10 by 10, serge edge, upper left, bottom right, scrunch. Okay, flip. Clip. You get internet today? Awesome. take your half petal, find your middle, pinch, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, go up underneath, make it big, y'all. One right on top of the other. And I would band this, but because I'm ready to put this one in, we're just going to put it right in. So be careful when you're going up under your poly burlap. And our last white is going in. Now it's much more easier for me to go ahead and load those zip ties than to try to load it and chance messing up that poly burlap. So I do load the entire board and just work very carefully underneath it. Our blue, black in place. So there we go. You could actually be done here. I would add, if you were done here, I would add some white stars. Okay. I calm your nerves. I'm glad I calm your nerves. All right, so the eagle. I'm thinking to put him head on, and I don't do that a lot. So if we put him head on, he would kind of sit like that. Let me turn it around so y'all can see. So he would kind of sit like that. Or we can kind of angle him. What do y'all think? Angle or straight on? Now for the red, I can see the white under that red. So if you wanted to fuse these petals, you could to give more color saturation. But just remember that's going to be more money. And more petals, so yeah, I think straight on as well. So let me turn it back around. I don't want his wings too much above that oval, so I think I'm going to have it sitting right here with the feathers sitting on the board. So let's see. I'm trying to think. Hold on. So these come already with the hangers on them, so I am going to use them. I don't have any white pipe cleaners in here, so I'm going to use the red. let's see where they sit. Right here, what's right here? The eagle came from Amazon. I will share the link after the live. Yep, that's where I want it. All right. I will turn it over so y'all can see exactly what I'm doing. But let me figure out a good way to do this. I'm going to try to go through the mesh. Very carefully. Hold on, let me work it, y'all. So I want it here. Let's see. See where we're at. All right. I don't typically go through the mesh like this, but I think it's going to be our best option so that we don't mess up the petals and it doesn't look, I don't ever want to be able to see that it's sitting like that. Does that make sense? So I'm just going to, I don't have it down all the way. And I'm not messing up the mesh. I'm going right through the holes. That way, if I don't like it, I don't have to replace the petals. Bear with me here, peeps. All right.